Data Science and Statistical Application held on online during March February to 22 2021. First day session and first day of second session right now. The continue for morning sessions to special address Dr. J. Somu sir from alumni of NIT, National Institute of Technology, Surakal, Karnataka. Right now, the head of the department, Computer Science, Gopal College of Bangalore. So once again, welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Full screen, sir?
Okay, sir. Right now is full stream, sir. Full screen stream, sir. உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதுங்களா தெரியலீங்களா
So good afternoon all.
So morning session we discussed regression analysis, in-depth intuition and applications for real life. So we discussed COVID-19 prediction applications. So I explained clearly what is a linear regression and what is a regression model, derivation, all those things. Now coming to this session, I'm going to explain still more interesting when compared to morning session topic, that is called probabilistic models in data science for recommender system and healthcare. So here I'm going to concentrate on two applications. One is recommender system. So what is recommender system is nothing but the system will recommend items or movies or music to the customers based on their interest. For example, I'll give example you can understand clearly. Suppose after leaving session, suppose if I open Amazon Prime or Netflix, etc. So let us assume I am watching some movie. Immediately you will get down some message, the following movies are recommending to you. Or maybe when you open Amazon Prime or Netflix, immediately you will get the following movies are recommending for you. Like that you will get recommendation automatically. Or maybe suppose if you go for Amazon website, suppose I want to purchase t-shirt. So when I'm type a black t-shirt, so it will display. After that, immediately down you will get one more keyword or one more sentence, the following t-shirts are recommending to you. Not only black with dots, black with white dots, or maybe black t-shirt with full sleeves, maybe off sleeves. Like that, different t-shirts it will recommend automatically. Or maybe if you go for shoes, suppose if you want to purchase one brand shoe, XYZ brand, then automatically you will get recommending like other brand shoes also. Like that, we have a number of applications by using which the sales people, that means what we can call it as a retail people or maybe online shopping business people, are getting huge benefits. As per recent statistics, 30 to 35% income increased because of this recommender system which is available in the data science. So that's why everywhere, not only movies, or if you take music, or if you want to go for book, if you want to purchase some book, immediately you get the following books are recommending to you. Or if you go for online any other shoppings also, so maybe if you want to purchase, let us assume milk, you will get down the following items are recommending. You will get bread recommendation, curd recommendation, like that. So related, somewhere correlated to that item, you will get automatically recommendation. Because of that reason, what's the advantage? Automatically sales will improve. Whether you are going to buy or whether you are going to watch or not based on the recommendation, that is another issue. Out of 100 customers, surely some people will do favor. Maybe if I will get recommendation of 5 movies, obviously sometimes I can go for 2-3 movies I can watch. So because of that reason, their revenue will increase. That's why 30 to 35% of the revenue increased because of this recommender system only. So we have different models in data science. By using that, we can develop a recommender system. It may be movie recommender system, or maybe music recommender system, or any other recommender system. By using that, we can increase the sales and we can make customer satisfaction. That is very, very important, because if we go to shop, we can't find all the items in one room, but if we go for online shopping, we can find all the items in one stretch. So because of that reason, we can increase the sales and customer satisfaction. So that we are going to discuss. I will give interesting examples and I will give quiz also. You can also participate. It's very, very simple, but it's more interesting how the recommendation is happening. That examples, real life examples I'll show. And that is one thing. And later is healthcare. So how these probabilistic models are helpful in healthcare domain. So for example, if we take, if you want to go for diagnosis of maybe let us assume diabetes or cancer or maybe COVID-19, etc. diseases. So how these probabilistic models will predict whether you have diabetes, whether you have cancer, or whether you have headache, or maybe whether you have heart pain, heart stroke probability, or whether you have a COVID-19 positive or negative, how these probabilistic models in data science will predict possibility of disease. So that is called classification, supervisory classification. These two are very, very important. You can do research, or you can go for project, or you can do any research paper by implementing this with a little bit enhancement. So it's very, very interesting, both are. So we are going to discuss probabilistic model for recommender system, that is one application, and one for healthcare domain. Both are different. Recommender is different, healthcare. But in both cases, how we are going to publish models, that we are going to discuss in this session. So this is a brief overview of today's this last session. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Sir. Hearing, sir.
Okay. Sometimes I have technically, network issues, updates, sir, if any mistakes.
Okay, sir.
Now we will see today's presentation overview. I already told about presentation, just recommendation system, and we will see probabilistic models and a quiz followed by this probabilistic model. It's very interesting quiz, and we will see PCC method and Bayesian classifier, how we are going to apply for medical domain, and I will show some research papers how we are going to apply these probabilistic models for research direction point of view also, and finally we will conclusion. So first we will see recommendation systems or recommender system. After that we'll go for medical field application. And this is the first recommender system we will see. After that you'll go for medical domain. So I will show one synthetic data set. I created this data set. Still I'm not able to get through online this COVID-19 data set, because that is the present scenario we are struggling, pandemic situation. So that's why I'm showing this example only. Patient and PHR, patient health record, and we have to classify whether the person having COVID-19 or not. Like that I created this data set for explaining to the participants. But if you'll get this type of data set in online, so far I'm not able to get. Suppose if you'll get in anywhere, you can implement this by using some of the classification techniques, and you can publish in good journal, maybe a Scopus Index or SA Index. But the problem is data set not able to get so far. Maybe slowly we'll get, because still we are not able to get exact PHR information followed by class of the COVID-19. Now we are going to discuss our probabilistic model for this synthetic data set. Synthetic data set means a user can create own data set, not public available data set. Coming to the recommender system, you can see here I am giving clearly. Suppose if we take YouTube, Prime Video, that means Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, etc. So there, YouTube, Prime Video, all these, here you will get movie recommendation or any videos recommendation. So based on the similarity of the users or based on the customer reviews. So that I'll explain in detail. Or maybe if you take shopping like Amazon, etc. If you go for shopping, so automatically, suppose if I'm looking for dress, you will get recommendation of the similar dresses. If I'm looking for a black t-shirt with white dots, maybe similar t-shirts will get down for recommendation. Maybe sometimes that recommendation shirts maybe you like, at that time you can buy that also. That means, so that person will get advantage, that salesperson will get both advantages. So this we will see how it will recommend automatically, and based on that how they are going to get the huge profits or benefits through recommender system. Here also you can see the simple example, customers who bought this item, let us assume here banana, so also bought. So banana means maybe they are looking for these items also, possibility is there. Or one more simple example, so customer who bought this item, let us assume here we have milk. So morning we used to take milk, we will go to the shop, milk shop, maybe a supermarket. Then here we have in this rack, let us assume we have butter or maybe curd or bread. Obviously, those who are looking for milk, they look for curd or maybe bread or butter, because these are little bit correlation is there. So that means these items will recommend automatically when you go for online. So similarly, I'm giving simple example so that you can understand. Those who are going to buy milk, obviously they will look for maybe curd or maybe bread or butter, etc. So if we keep here, easy to identify, immediately they will pick that also. Like that in online also, if we recommend immediately, even if customer forget also about curd or milk, I mean butter, etc., immediately will pick that item, so that we will also get benefit, customer also will get benefit. That is the basic idea. That's why I given the simple supermarket example. Even if you go for movies also, suppose if you go for Amazon Prime, Netflix, etc., if you type action thriller, so then you will get down the following movies are recommending to you. All action related movies you will get, like a PK or maybe Crack, etc., movies will get automatically recommendation. Or maybe if you go for crime movies, suppose if you want to search for crime movies, or maybe if you already watched any crime movie, then next day you will get the following movies are recommending to you. All crime related movies will get recommended. Suppose if you want to look for specific
Sir, is audible?
equal 57. Okay.
Gandhi Govindan, sir.
Okay. Why you are running over?
Sir, resource was not in the meeting.
இல்லைங்க சார் I discuss with
Okay, sir.
some problem sir. He's joined sir. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh,
Are you
yes.
able to see, sir?
Yes, sir. Presentation is so, sir.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. Can you see the full screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry for disturbance. Actual data pack over. That's why again I didn't
No
reach
problem,
out.
sir. No problem.
So now when you come to the movie recommender system, so sometimes if you are looking for action movie, if you type action, automatically action type of movies it will recommend. If you watch today action movie, tomorrow automatically you'll get all the action genre movies, you will get recommendation. So like that we can do recommendation systems in movies, maybe item recommendation, brand recommendation, music recommendation, book recommendation. Like that we have so many applications. So but how it will recommend, that is the question. We know, we can say easily, oh it will recommend, but what is exactly background happening and how this data science plays a vital role for this recommendation. So that we will see. I will show some case study also. That means I will take customer reviews and I will make data pre-processing and how probabilistic method will recommend automatically. That I will explain in detail. It's very interesting and useful because every day we are using this type of applications. That's why we will focus more on this one. Now actually coming to the definition, the recommender system is nothing but a information filtering system. That means, so we have, if we take movie recommendation, we have n number of movies, but based on my interest, you can see here. So 1 second. Yes, I am using highlighter. Yeah. So here we have n number of movies in the database. So maybe different genres, maybe comedy, action, thriller, maybe romance, romantic movies. So many movies we have, but my interest is let us assume comedy movie. Now what this filtering system will do? So only comedy genre movies it will filter. Rest of the things not required. So that means this recommendation system is work like information filtering system. So depends on the user interest, maybe user choice. Automatically it will filter, and based on that, based on the user requirement, it will recommend automatically movies. So that how it is, how it will filter and how it will recommend, that we will see through a case study also. Now the same thing I told already, recommender systems will predict the most likely product to the customer, and nowadays Amazon, Flipkart, YouTube, Netflix, Facebook, many more use this system, and e-commerce websites, all these e-commerce websites are using, because of this reason they are getting huge benefits as per latest statistics. So they got almost 30 to 35% of the income increased. That means it becomes billions only. So and also customers also getting satisfaction. Instead of going to 10 shops, one shop only, or maybe one website only, I can find all the requirements or maybe all the items. And coming to here, we have a different recommendation system: popularity based recommendation, collaborative filtering, and content based filtering. But in our session, we are going to concentrate on collaborative filtering. So popularity based means, for example, if we take present, let us assume, so Bahubali movie is let us assume available, then that is more popular, then obviously this Bahubali movie will recommend to all the users because of popularity. Or any movie is famous or popular in this period, in this duration, obviously that will recommend to all the customer by default. That is by default, that is called popularity based. Maybe that movie collected more money, or maybe most of the users gave highest ratings, or maybe reviews. So such type of popularity movies automatically will get recommendation. But collaborative filtering, what happens, it will see the similarity between the users. Suppose I likes Bahubali movie and other person also likes Bahubali movie. I watch it, let us assume other movie, then this movie will recommend to the other customer, because why means already these two people taste is same, similarity is same. That's why whenever if I watch some other movie, this movie will recommend to the other customer automatically, because we have similarity between the previous movies. That's why when you go for collaborative filtering, so similarity between the different users, automatically the items will recommend. It may be items, or it may be music, or it may be books, or it may be movies, etc. And content based means it based on the content it will recommend. For example, if I like comedy movies, comedy genre, obviously, so comedy type of movies it will recommend based on the content. Content is comedy. If I like, let us assume romantic movies, then based on that content it will recommend automatically that type of genre movies. So, but we are focusing more on collaborative filtering, how movies or maybe items going to recommend to the customer. So, based on the similarity between the users. So, rest of the popularity based not required any algorithm, because based on the popularity it will automatically recommend. Content based also we have different algorithm, but we are focusing on probabilistic models for collaborative filtering, how similarity between users, based on that how it will recommend automatically. And I already told there are so many benefits because of recommender engine. Happy customer, it brings more sales as well as income, and easy for online shopping. Instead of going so many shops or maybe so many websites, one stretch you will get all the items, all those things you'll get benefits. And we are focusing on collaborative based recommender system. Here you can see, so user based collaborative filtering. Let us assume through example you can understand. So this user buy these two type of branded shoes, IMT and MatMat shoes, and this user buy MatMat and IMT along with one more brand Field. Now you can see this is similar and this is similar, then obviously this will recommend to the this one. Why means these two shoes brands are similar between these two customers, then whenever this customer bought this shoe, automatically this brand shoe will recommend to this customer. Why means they have similarity between items. Because of that reason, obviously this brand shoes will recommend automatically. This is called user based collaborative filtering. So users having similarity, that means they have similar taste. Because of that reason, this shoes will automatically recommend to this customer. Whether he will purchase or not, that is another issue, but you will get recommendation automatically. Here you can see collaborative filtering, similarity between users, and content based filtering means similarity between the content, like similar movies. Suppose if I like comedy genres, then obviously that type of movies I will get recommendation. Similarity between users means if both users having similar taste, then it will recommend other movies also. Just now I explained. And here also you can see user based CF collaborative filtering. And here you can see content based collaborative filtering, one example. So Mission Impossible reviews given good, James Bond reviews given good, but Toy Story bad review. This person Nikhil gave this is the rating. So now what happens, so that this indicates that, so this Nikhil, so he does not like this Toy Story, that means children genre he does not like, that's why. So only like other movies like Mission Impossible, James Bond, so these are all action type of movies. In future you will get action type of movies only recommendation. So this type of movies you won't get any recommendation because he gave bad rating. So because of this rating only you will get recommendation in future, maybe next day or maybe immediately. So this is just introduction what we covered. So what we covered so far, recommender system, what are the advantages, and when you go for similarity between users, items will recommend automatically and based on the reviews. But now we will see what is happening exactly background, how mathematical models, that means probabilistic models and maybe other models will help for recommending the movies or maybe items, etc. So this is the basic idea, data pre-processing. What happens if you go to any movie or if you purchase any item, so we have to give rating. You can see even if you give some online order, immediately you will get please rate this item. Suppose if you are traveling Uber cab or maybe Ola cab also, after completion of the trip you will get please rate this, maybe 5 star, 3 star in the scale 1 to 5 or 0 to 5. Some people having scale of 0 to 10, depends on the maybe their construction or maybe their predefined ratings. Now here I am assuming 0 to 5 scale or maybe 1 to 5 scale. 1 means bad, 2 means maybe average, 3 means above average, 4 means good, 5 means excellent, like that. So now these are the user IDs. User 1, items, some items, maybe movies or maybe items I am assuming. His rating is 5. User 2 rating is 4. You can see here data pre-processing I am doing. So user 3, user 2, item 2, 4. Like that we have different user IDs. User 1, user 2 I am assuming, items and their ratings like this. You can see if you open any websites you can find like this, 5 star how much percentage, 4 star how much percentage, like this. So this is they will do after summarization, but background we have this table matrix form. So users, items and ratings. Now what we have to do, we have to make matrix form like this. So this is called utility matrix, or we can call it as a user item matrix. User respect to item rating. So why we require this means when you go for recommendation we require this utility matrix, or we can call it as a user item matrix. So this is the data I have, this is the data set I have. So this is the data set I got based on the ratings from the customers or users. So this already given by the users. So user 1 for item 1 how much, user 2 for other items, like that we have different items, different users, and their ratings are already available. Now this we have to make it as a utility matrix while making model. So while doing development of the program or maybe writing code, first we have to convert into utility matrix. What is the utility matrix? Users and item. User 1, item 1, what is the rating? 5. In this only you can see user 1, item 1, rating is 5. Next, user 1 not given rating for any other items, leave it. Next, user 2 gave rating for item 1 4, item 2 4. That's why here 4 4, and he gave rating for item 3, item 4 also. Here you can see item 3, item 4. So 2 2 he gave. Similarly, user 3 ratings. So user 3 gave rating for item 3 as 4, and user 3 gave rating for item 4 as 1. Similarly for here, similarly for user 5. So this is called utility matrix and user item matrix, by using which we are going to recommend which are the items we are going to recommend to the users. Now we will see the probabilistic model, how we are going to apply for this user item matrix or utility matrix, and based on that how we are going to get the recommendation. Now we will see this is just introduction what we covered so far. Now we will see probabilistic method, by using which how we are going to recommend the items or movies, etc. Now I think most of them knows basic probability. One second. I'm checking the connection disconnect or not. Sorry sir. One second. So when you go for probabilistic method, obviously we need basic probability. So of course it's difficult to compute probability just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's a huge topic, even because actually I am GATE trainer also. I am giving GATE coaching for students also. For probability statistics, I used to take around 13 to 15 hours. So that much time we required for understanding in depth of probability statistics and applications, all those things. But we don't have that much idea. Just I will give 1 or 2 lines. So after that you can refer, because without probability concepts we can't understand this probabilistic method. So the basic idea of probability is nothing but estimation or prediction. Just it's like what we can call it as a, just we can guess. Please wait, madam. Okay, fine. Yeah, the basic idea of probability is possibility. For example, if you calculate probability, the value is, let us assume 0.9, what it indicates. So 90% possibility is there. If the probability for getting rain tomorrow is 0.8, what is the meaning? 80% possibility is there. So we can't say 80% means you will get 100% rain like that. The possibility, suppose if you get probability 1 of getting rain tomorrow, 100% possibility is there. So for finding possibility, we have to find the probability. That's why we are looking for favorable number of cases by exhaustive number of cases. So in detail, difficult to go now because we don't have that much time. But the basic idea of probability is possibility of a given event. So based on that value, we can go for further step. So that is the definition. And conditional probability we know. So based on the condition, so we have to find the required probability. So here we know these are the basic simple example. Just 1 minute, I will finish this one. Then we'll go for. So for example, tossing of 2 coins experiment, we know sample space. So these are the possible outcomes like this. So if you toss a first coin, the possibilities are TH. If you toss a second coin, the possibilities are TH. Then when you combine TT, TH, HT, HH. That's why we have total 4 sample points in the sample space. And probability of getting exactly 2 heads. Exactly 2 heads means here only 1 favorable case. So that's why 1 by exhaustive number of cases, 4 sample points. Next, probability of B. What is the B here? At least 1 head. At least means minimum 1 head. 1 head, 1 head. At least minimum. So 3 favorable cases. 3 by total number of elements, 4. And exactly 1 head means 1 by 4, that we already discussed. Exactly 1 head means 2 here. So here 2. So that's why 2 by 4. Like that, probability of A given B means, so based on the condition B, at least 1 head. At least 1 head means how many favorabilities? 2. And A means exactly 2 heads. So exactly 2 heads means only one. Out of 3, only 2 heads possible. So 1 by 3. So conditional probability means, so based on the condition we have to find. So the P of A means general probability, without condition we used to find. Example is like this. So probability of getting rain tomorrow given that yesterday there was no rain. That means based on the yesterday condition we have to find probability of getting rain tomorrow, or probability of the student going to get distinction given that he already got distinction in previous semester. So based on the previous condition, that means previous thing happened, we have to look for probability. That is called conditional probability. We have to look for probability based on the condition. Now here we require one simple Bayes theorem. I will give just briefly. This is very important. If you understood this Bayes theorem basic idea, we will try to complete entire this session. So I will give brief. So probability without condition we have to find. Conditional probability means based on the condition we have to find. When you come to the Bayes theorem, so let us assume we have two boxes. Try to understand. It's very interesting. And without understanding this, we can't go for any recommended system or maybe medical applications of probabilistic models. So let us assume this is A, bag A, or maybe box 1. Let us assume B1. I am assuming box 1. This is box 2. So we have two boxes. This box having 4 black balls and 2 white balls. This box having 2 black balls and 3 white balls. Try to understand. So we have two boxes. Box 1 having 4 black balls and 2 white balls. Box 2 having 2 black balls and 3 white balls. This is the given information. Now, so what we have to do? One box is randomly selected. So which we don't know which box we are going to select. After that, we have to pick one ball randomly. So let us assume we have two boxes. We have to select one box randomly. We don't know which box we are going to select. After that, we have to pick one ball randomly. Given that the selected ball is a black ball. Try to understand. Given that the selected ball is a black ball. Now, what is the probability that it was from box 1? So we have to find. This is called Bayes theorem. So we have to find the probability based on the condition. So with more than 2 items, I mean more than one box. So this probability we have to find. So once again I will explain what is the Bayes theorem. So we have two boxes. One box we have to, this is extension of conditional probability. One box we have to select randomly given that the selected ball is black ball. So after selecting one box randomly, from that I have to pick one ball. So whatever ball I selected, that black ball, the ball is black ball. What is the probability that it was from first box? Even possibility for second box also. But we are looking for the black ball probability from box 1 we have to find. This is a basic, this value we have to find. So that means whenever if we go for this type of applications, we have to go for Bayes theorem. It's the extension of conditional probability. So still, if you want more clarity, so let us assume we have two classrooms. Let us assume, so we have, so C1, after that we'll go for that one. We have class 1, let us assume class 2. So through student example I will give. And here we have, so let us assume 3 ECE student and 2 CSE students. And in this classroom, so 4 ECE students and 3 CSE students. This is the information. This class having 3 ECE and 2 CSE, and here 4 ECE, 3 CSE. Now one class I have to pick randomly. After selection of one class randomly, from that I have to pick one student. So given that the selected student is a ECE student, so given that the selected student is a ECE, what is the probability that he was from class 1? So this probability we have to find. So I selected one student, I came to know he is ECE, but I don't know he is from which class. That is the question here, because randomly I selected one class. This value we have to find. That means our aim is to find probability of C1 given E. Given means always condition. So given that the selected student is ECE, this comes under denominator, and based on that we are looking for required probability. So in general, when you go for a gate point of view or a competitive exam, the shortcut is very simple like this. So we have to make a a tree diagram. So we have class 1. I will show mathematical model how to write also. Class 2, and here probability. Now we are looking for ECE student. We are focusing on ECE student probability. That's by EE. And probability of selection of ECE student from class 1 is 3 by 5. And probability of selection of ECE student from class 2, 4 by 3. 3 by 5, how we will get? Total number of students in class 1 is 5. Out of 5, how many favorable cases of ECE? 3. 3 by 5. When you come to C2, total students are 7. Out of 7, how many students are ECE? 4. 4 by 7. and selection of class 1 is 1 by 2, selection of class 2 is 1 by 2. So equal probability. So 50-50% possibility is there. Now what is the final probability? Just multiply, make sum. So 1 by 2 into 3 by 5, 1 by 2 into 3 by 5. This is for class 1 possibility is there, or class 2 also possible. So 1 by 2 into 4 by 7. This is the required probability that the selected student is from C1, class 1. So this is the Bayes theorem. So we have to make a diagram like this and multiply, make sum. 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 into 4 by 7. Why we have to make sum? The EC student may be from class 1 possible or class 2 possible. So that's why we have to look for both probabilities. So then we will get probability of C1 and divided by entire probability. We are focusing on one C1, so that's why we have to go for entire probability, that is called total probability. But we are looking for only C1, so this comes under denominator. So this will remove, and denominator we have to write 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 into 4 by 7. This is the final probability. Once again I'll repeat. So numerator, what we are looking for? We are looking for class 1. That's why favorable cases means only C1. That's why 1 by 2 into 3 by 5. Divided by total. Total means what we have to do? C1 plus C2. That's why 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2 into 4 by 7. So this is called total Bayes theorem, in which we can identify the probability of the selected EC students from class 1. So, but mathematically how to write? So for that I'll show how to write mathematically. Probability of C1, this notation is important, C1 given ECE. That means the selection of EC students from class 1 probability, that equal to what we have to do? Probability of selection of class 1, because we are looking for class 1 favorable cases, give into probability of EC student from class 1. This is numerator. So this is numerator divided by probability of, again denominator is nothing but like this, A by A plus B. So total we are looking for denominator. Numerator is favorable cases. Out of A plus B, which is favor A. So numerator will get as it is, plus C2 also will get P of C1 into P of E given C1 plus probability of C2 into probability of E given C2. Why we have to take C2 also? Denominator is exhaustive number of cases. Both we are looking C1 plus C2 like this. So I told just now through this Venn diagram, tree diagram. This is C1, this is C2. We are focusing on EC student E and E. Numerator means we are focusing on class 1. That's why P of C1, selection of class 1 into P of E given C1. Denominator means C1 as well as C2 we have to take. That's why numerator copy paste plus additionally C2 will get P of C2 into. This is the Bayes theorem statement. I think you understood clearly. Of course, if you are as a beginner, difficult to understand, you will get confusion. Even I used to struggle like that. But if you already know a little bit idea about conditional probability, you can understand clearly. So this is the final statement of Bayes theorem. This we are going to apply for entire section. So that means P of C1 given numerator becomes this value, and this denominator comes to numerator, and denominator is nothing but whole. Anyhow, when you go for probabilistic method, denominator we are going to neglect because it is constant. I will tell you what is the reason. So this is a basic idea. Now by using that, we are going to complete entire probabilistic models for, based on the Bayesian classifiers. Now here, we come to the algorithm. Now whatever I explained, that we are going to present for recommender system by using probabilistic model. I think this is clear. If you need out regarding this Bayes theorem, you can ask me, because in general Bayes theorem I used to take 3 to 4 hours for GATE students, not for college students. So but here I explained just 2-3 minutes. Still, if you have any queries also ask me, I will explain. So because of time constraint, I completed within less time. Now, when you come to the algorithm or model for recommendation system, maybe movie recommendation or music recommendation, what we have to do is, first we have given customer reviews ratings. This is the data set available. Try to understand what is the algorithm here. So customer review ratings are available. I already showed here. So here you can see this is the customer's rating. So this is the data set available. So for that, what we have to do, we have to make utility matrix, that is called user item matrix. Then we have to apply probabilistic model. Now here, that is the first step. So we have data set of customer review ratings. Next, what we have to do, we have to make utility matrix, that is called user item rating matrix, that I already gave example. Next, we have to find the customer rating probabilities based on the Bayes theorem. That's why I explained Bayes theorem. Now just now I explained Bayes theorem in detail with the tree diagram so that you can remember lifelong, because just if you remember, if you see the statement difficult to remember, maybe you forget tomorrow, but if you remember the diagram based on that, how to write. So we are focusing on C1, that's why it comes under numerator, P of C1 into P of E given C1. Denominator is nothing but C1 plus C2, that's why we written, that is called total probability. Actually denominator is total probability, from that we are selecting only C1 class. Now this is the Bayes theorem. So P of y given x equal to same thing what I explained here. P of x given y into P of y, I already told you. So it will go to the numerator and it will goes to the denominator along with P of y. So P of C1, here you can see P of C1. This numerator comes to separate probability, clear probability. P of y divided by P of x. How we got P of x? This is called total probability. We know conditional probability. P of a given b equal to P of a intersection by P of b. So this is the conditional probability basic definition that I already showed. P of b by P of b. So this is the conditional probability. That's why denominator you are getting P of x. P of x is nothing but here total probability. Now what happens? So P of y anyhow we can keep as it is. X is nothing but, so we have different x values, x1, x2. So these are the previous ratings, x1, x2, x3, so on. These are the previous ratings of the same customer. So that's why we have to write in place of x, x1, x2, x3, xn. So here you can see x equal to x1. You can understand when you go through the example or case study. So x is nothing but previous ratings, x1, x2, x3, so on, x3, previous ratings of the customer. And y indicates all possible values of the review ratings, that you can understand through example. And you can make product, we know product formula, product of xi. I varies from 1 to d. I am assuming d items divided by P of x. Now this we can neglect because of constant, anyhow that value constant. This is also you can, if we keep also no issue, we will get same accuracy, same answer. But because of, to minimize the computational steps, we have to remove denominator. Why denominator we are removing? Denominator is common for all the probabilities here, all the customers. That's why anyhow it won't change. That's why we remove that P of x. So numerator P of y if we keep, or you can remove, no issue. This is called class conditional probability. So class conditional probability means these two remove, you will get this. This is the class conditional probability. Now we have to apply this model, probabilistic model. By using that, we are going to recommend the movies. You can see we should know conditional basic probability, we should know conditional probability, we should know Bayes theorem. Finally we have to bring it to the class probability, class conditional probability. That is the name given in some of the textbooks. Instead of giving this direct product of P of xi given y, we can call it as a class conditional probability. So of course if you are new, difficult to understand what I explained because I completed a little bit fast, but through example you can understand clearly what I done here. Even initially that directly understanding this algorithm is difficult. If we go through the problem that we are going to discuss now only, then you can understand clearly what is the statement, and based on that how it is going to recommend movie to the customer. So this is the algorithm, just I explained briefly. Now we will see. Now this is a case study. Now we can understand exactly how this probabilistic model what we discussed here will help to recommend the items to the customers. So let us assume here I have a data set. You can see users, items, ratings. So users, items, ratings here. Let us assume these are the users. Some users, I kept some photos here like that. And these are the items: T-shirt, watch, maybe jerkin, maybe full sleeve T-shirt, etc. These are the items, and these are the users given ratings for these items like that. You will get bipartite graph or maybe complete bipartite graph. Those who handle graph theory, they know what is it, complete bipartite graph. So here this is the bipartite or complete. If a user given for all the items ratings, then that is complete bipartite. Maybe if they are missing some of the items, then that is bipartite. So now this we have to make it as a utility matrix. This is a data set available, and these are the users given rating for these items. Now we have to make utility matrix. This I already told you. Utility matrix means users as rows and columns as items. User 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. These are all name of the users. I am assuming just labels 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever it may be items also I displayed here, T-shirts and jerkin, watch, all those things. And these are the ratings given by the user. This is already available here. You can see the data set. In the data set available all the users ratings also. Now we can display all this, because we have to make a matrix, utility matrix, by using which we are going to see whether the item is going to recommend to the user or not. That's our question. Now after making utility matrix, all the values are filled here according to this example I am telling, basic idea. Now this value is not filled because you can see this is question mark. So user 1 not give a rating for item 4. If you take this matrix, this data set also, user 1 not give rating for item 4. Now the question is whether we have to recommend item 4 to user 1 or not. That's the question. I think it's clear. So we have a data set, that is the first step. Now we have to do pre-processing. For pre-processing, what we have to do? We have to make user item rate, matrix, or we can call it as a utility matrix. After making utility matrix, so some value is obviously missing, but this value is missing. After now we have to find this value. After finding that, we have to identify whether item 4 is going to recommend to user 1 or not. So based on the value of this question mark. Now we will see how we have to find the question mark value. So I think this question is understood. Now we know utility matrix, everything is clear. Now we will see how we are going to apply that probabilistic model. Just now we discussed by using Bayes theorem. After that, how we are going to recommend item to the user 1, item 4 to the user 1, whether possible or not possible. Now I am clearly written here, you can see. So let x equal to item 1 rating 5. This is for user 1. We are focusing only for user 1. Why? User 2, user 3, user 5, already all ratings are available. No need to worry about this one. Now we have to look for only this rating, user 4 rating corresponding to user 1. Now we are looking for user 1, that's why we have to rate item 1 5 rating by user 1. X is nothing but user 1 here. And item 2 rating 4, item 3 rating is 3. So this is the future matrix or a column matrix for the user 1. So futures of the user 1, that means all the futures, item 1 5 rating, item 2 4 rating, item 3 3 rating. Here you can see in the methodology also I written here. So x value, y value. So you can see this here. So now x is nothing but user 1, and for this user 1, so what are the previous ratings? So previously gave 5 rating for item 1, 4 rating for item 2, 3 rating for item 3. Now, so now we have to see what are the possible ratings here. In the question mark, it may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 4, it may be 5, because I am taking rating scale from 1 to 5. 1 means bad, maybe 2 means average, maybe 3 means above average, 4 means good, and 5 means excellent, like that. So my scale is 1 to 5. Maybe you can assume 1 to 10, depends on your research, or you can assume 1 to 100 also, no problem. But in general, ratings are 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 maximum. That is the scale we used to do. So here item 4, 1 possibility is the rating. Item 4, 2 possibilities there, 3 possibilities there, 4 possibility. That means all possibilities I am assuming rating for item 4. That's why y is nothing but all possible ratings. X is nothing but the items ratings of x given, user 1 given for previous items, item 1, item 2, item 3. He already gave ratings for first 3 items, that is the x value, now y value. Now what we have to do? We have to look for what is the probability of item 4 rating 1. What is the probability of item 4 rating 2? What is the probability of item 4 rating 3? Like that we have to find for each probability and look for maximum probability, corresponding rating we have to fix for the question mark. Now we can see probability of item 4 equal to 1 given x. Given x means previous ratings. We have to consider previous ratings. So this is what is the probability. Now what is the formula here? You can see class conditional probability with the help of Bayes theorem. Probability of y given x means x goes to numerator here, y goes to denominator, opposite. So we have to find for all the x values. Now here what happens now? So we have to go for this x value means what is the x value? This one. So it will goes to numerator. Item 1 equal to 5, item 2 equal to 4, item. This is already available, previous ratings. And what is denominator? This numerator will goes to denominator. So blind indication. So item 4 equal to 1, item 4 equal to 1, item 4. I am giving blind indication, still you can understand easily. So if you understood that basic idea, no issue. So because this is a class conditional probability with the help of Bayes theorem. Now how to find these probabilities? This is clear. So x is nothing but 5, 2, 3 ratings for item 1, item 2, item 3 respectively. And denominator is fixed. Item 1 rating I am assuming 1. Now how to find this probability? If we take this probability, try to understand this one. Given that item 4 equal to 1, we have to see item, that is the condition. What is the item 4 rating 1? Here available, here available. Try to understand carefully. Given that item 4 rating is 1, where item 4 rating is 1 available, here available, here. Now what is the probability that item 1 equal to 5? So corresponding to that, item 1 equal to 5 is not available. Corresponding to that, item 1 equal to 5 rating is available. So that means, what is the meaning? Denominator is 2. Item 4 equal to 1 rating, how many possibilities? 2. That's why denominator is 2. Out of 2, how many item 1 rating is 5? Only 1, that's why 1 by 2. Once again I will repeat. So given that item 4 equal to 1, that means we are looking for item 4 rating is 1. 1 means 2 rows are available. Now what is the probability that item 1 equal to 5 rating? That means, so corresponding to that, is there any 5 rating corresponding to this item rating 4 1 corresponding here 2? Not possible. 1 corresponding 5 rating 5 is available for item 1, that is given by user 5. So that's why 1 by 2. So only one satisfied out of 2. So 1 by 2 is the probability. This is fine. Similarly, here we can take item, given that item 4 equal to 1, item 4 equal to 1. What is the probability of item 2 equal to 4? So here 4 is available. This is fine. So here item 2 equal to 4. So yeah. So here also 4 is available. So this is fine. So then what is the probability? 2 by 2. Here we have 2, here we have 2. That's why 2 by 2. You can see 2 by 2. So that means 1. This is fine. So next, item 3 equal to 3. Given item 4 equal to 1. Item 4 equal to 1 here. Now we are looking for item 3 value should be 3. So 3 not available here. Here 3 is available, only 1. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Now multiply 1 by 2 into 1 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 0.25. The probability of item 4 equal to 1 rating for the given information of past ratings of user 1 are based on the test of previous items ratings, one possibility is 0.25. But we don't know what about item rating 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to find all those things and look for maximum probability. I think this is clearly understood. I explained very slowly because little bit confusion here because of this probability only, little bit confusion to understand sometimes. So that's why I explained clearly. Now we will see same thing here, item 4 equal to 1. We have to replace 2, 3, 4, 5. All those things we have to find. Now same thing I applied for, so no need to explain once again. This is we already calculated. Item 2 if we calculate, probability is 0.25. Item 3 if we calculate, probability is 0, probability is 0, probability is 0. Now after finding all these 5 probabilities, what is the maximum probability? 0.25. 0.25 for rating of 1. Now what is the rating for here? This question mark we have to replace 1. So if we replace 1, whether this item going to recommend to user 1? No, 100%. Why not going to recommend? So 1 is very less. Maybe if rating is 4 or 5, obviously we will recommend because rating is good. But according to the information we are going to calculate, so we calculated 1. So that's why this item not going to recommend. So finally we got 5 probabilities. Out of 5 probabilities for each rating. For rating 1, 0.25. For rating 2, 0.1. Rating 3, 0.00 for 4, 3, 4, 5. So this is not possible. So only possibility for recommendation 1 or 2, but 1 probability is more than 2. That's why so 0.25 is better than 0.125. So we have to give rating 1 for item 4 corresponding to user 1. So finally we got 1 rating. 1 rating means 100% don't recommend item 4 to user 1. So that means that is the conclusion. So this is the simple probabilistic method. It's very basic idea, but how much powerful. Suppose if the probability is highest for rating 5, then obviously item 4 we are going to recommend to user 1. If the probability is maybe, let us assume 4 is highest probability, then 4 rating, then maybe possibility for recommending item 4 to user 1. But rating 1, 2, 3 in general they won't recommend, maybe 4 or 5. That depends on the developer. Maybe the developer fixed item rating is 5, then only will recommend means then 4 also they are going to recommend. Or maybe if they fix threshold as 4, then the item rating is 4 or 5, then automatically the item going to recommend to user 1. But in our case, rating is 1 based on the probabilistic model by using Bayes theorem. So that's why we are not going to recommend item 4 to user 1. So this is the final conclusion. Here you can see, so we are not going to recommend watch to user 1 because we are getting rating is 1. So because this is the items, so item 4 is watch, user 1 we are not going to recommend. So final conclusion, so we are not going to recommend watch to the user 1. So I think this is clearly understood what is the basic idea here, probabilistic model. So if you are a beginner for probability, little bit confusion will get. If you know already idea about probability, conditional probability, total probability, Bayes theorem, etc., you can understand clearly this one. I gave methodology with derivation I gave so that you can understand, and also I gave one case study by taking one data set with utility matrix by using these probabilities. Finally we fixed the item we are not going to recommend to user 1. Now here one small quiz. Let us assume this is a utility matrix. We have users and we have items. These are the question marks. These values are not evaluated. So these items. So try to see here, I'm using this highlighter. These are the question marks, means these ratings we don't know corresponding to these users. Now by using probabilistic model, that means what we discussed so far, I got rating like this. So by using probabilistic models, I got rating like this. So rating 1, here you can see I'm using highlighter, rating 4, rating 1, rating 5. Now tell me which items we are going to recommend to user 2. So see here, this is the utility matrix based on the data set I got, just small quiz. And after using probabilistic model, what we discussed so far, I got the rating values like this. So item 2, here these missing values I evaluated like this, 1, 5, I highlighted these values. And now tell me whether item 2 or item 4 we are going to recommend to user 2. These values I got based on the probabilistic model what we discussed. Now after finding ratings, I got 1, 5, whether we have to recommend item 4 or item 2 user 2. Which item we are going to recommend to user 2? Hello sir. Hello sir, can you hear me sir?
Sir,
Sir, tell me sir, which participants, it's very simple basic idea.
Item 4.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, because here, one second. Yeah, so here item 4 rating is 5, item 2 rating is 1, obviously which is less, I mean which very least, that is very bad rating. Obviously item 4 we are going to recommend to user 2. And similarly here madam, by deep understood here. So item 5 we can recommend to user 4, maybe item 3 also, 4 also, let us assume good rating, we can recommend item 3, item 5 to user 4. So this is a simple, because in utility matrix there is no guarantee all values are filled. So we have to identify by using probabilistic model. After that we have to recommend, that is automatically it will calculate when you go for programming, but here I am explaining manually everything. Now this is a simple probabilistic model. By using that we can recommend items to the users. Now we have one more simple based on the statistics, that is called correlation coefficient similarity approach. By using that, how we are going to recommend items to the users, I mean the customers or users. So that is called Pearson correlation coefficient. This is a statistical formula. So what we covered in probabilistic model, this is statistical formula. By using that, how we are going to recommend based on the similarity approach. All these are collaborative filtering approaches only based on the similarity of the users. Now this is the correlation coefficient formula. This is simple, very simple. Here no need to go for probability anything, just we have to remember this formula. So you can see sim of AB, similarity of two users. A is one user, B is one user. You can see users are customers. So A comma B are customers or users, and we have to find all these values. RAP, rating of user A for item P, RPB, rating of user B for item P, and P, set of items rated by A and B. Here you can see all these values. And R bar means average, mean, average rating of user A, and RB bar means average rating of user B. Obviously the similarity is between -1 to +1. So +1 means 100% similar, -1 means there is no similarity, 0 also there is no, actually it should be 0 to 1, not -1 to 1. So 0 to 1. So 0 means no similarity, maybe 0.5 means 50% similarity, like this. So these are the this is the correlation coefficient formula between two users. By using that we have to find the similarity between two users, and we will see how we are going to recommend. This is also very simple when compared to the probabilistic model. Now this is the user item matrix, same thing what we discussed previously. We have a data set, and after that we have to make utility matrix. Let us assume here name of the customers, Daivi, Gopi, Sachin, Vishnu, like that, and these are the items. So all ratings are available, this rating is missing. Now we have to find this rating by using PCC method. After that we have to decide whether this item 5 is going to recommend to Daivi or not. Now this formula I already told you. Here what happens whenever if we are calculating that PCC similarity between two users, so we have to neglect this column because we have question mark, so no need to consider. 50-20 minutes. So while calculating PCC, don't consider last column. Why last column no need to consider? Because this value we have to predict. So that's why while finding average values, all those things, so no need to consider last column. Here we have to find a similarity between two users. How to find similarity between? We have to find similarity between Daivik Gopi, Daivik Sachin, Daivik Vishnu. After that, we have to see which similarity value is more. Then we have to identify that rating, copy paste here. Suppose Daivik Gopi similarity is more when compared to other, then these three we have to copy here. If Daivik Vishnu similarity is more than other similarity, let us assume, then one we have to copy here. That is the concept here. Now we have to find similarity between Daivik Gopi, Daivik Sachin, Daivik Vishnu. So after that, we have to see which is the highest value. Based on that, we have to copy this rating to item 5 rating given by Daivik, like that. Now we have to find similarity between Daivik and Gopi. So here I already told you RAP. So that means we have to find rating 5 minus 4. 4 is nothing but average value. 5 is nothing but rating given here. You can see. So we have to find these two, Daivik Gopi. That means, so average value of this is 4. I will tell you. And here what is the average? 2.25. This average is 2.25. Now what we have to do? Numerator 5 minus 4, next to 3 minus 2.25, next to 3 minus 4, 1 point, like that we have to find the formula. Here you can see summation RAP minus RA bar into, that means this is first user A, this is second user B, and we have to find sum of all the ratings here. So that means 5 minus 4, 3 minus 4, 4 minus 4, 4 minus 4, like that. So we have to make product with 3 minus 2.1, 1 minus 2.21, 2 minus 2.21, like this. That is the meaning here. You can see here. You can understand here. 5 minus 4, 3 minus 2.4 is fixed here. This is the mean of first row, mean of first row, mean of first row. And 2.25 is fixed, mean of second customer, Gopi. So mean of Gopi, mean of Gopi, mean of Gopi. And denominator is standard deviation. Square root of variance means standard deviation. So this is the standard deviation. After finding what is the value? 0.853. Similarly, we have to find similarity between Daivik and Sachin, that is 0.7. Same formula we have to apply. Similarly, we have to find a similarity between Daivik and Vishnu, minus 0. Now we got similarity between all the users. Now you can see here clearly what is the similarity between Daivik and Gopi, 0.85. What is the similar? You can observe here. You can observe here. You can see here. Once again, you can see here clearly. So you can see here. Just you observe here. So similarity between Daivik and Gopi 0.85. Similarity between Daivik and Sachin 0.70. Similarity between Daivik and Vishnu 0.7 minus. Now out of these three, which is the highest similarity? 0.85. That is between Daivik and Gopi. Now what is the Gopi rating for item 4? 3. So this we have to copy here. Now this is the 3 rating. Now we have to decide whether we have to recommend or not. 3 means in general they won't recommend. So no need to recommend item 5 to Daivik. So minimum rating should be 4 or 5, then only we can recommend, like that. That is the threshold I fixed. Suppose if we fix threshold as 3 rating also we will recommend, there is no issue. That depends on the developer. The developer will fix whether we have to recommend rating 3 or 4 or 5, or minimum should be 4, like that. So according to similarity index, rating is 3. So it's very simple concept, because similarity is 0.85 between Daivik and Gopi, which is higher than other two similarities. That's why whatever rating for the Gopi given for item 5, that we have to copy paste here. So 3 we have to copy paste. So that is the rating for item 5 for Daivik. Hence we can recommend or not recommend, that depends on the refresh. 3 means in general we are not going to recommend item 5 to Daivik. That is the conclusion. So this is the PCC method. I think it's clear. It's very, very simple. What we have to do, we have a direct formula, PCC formula, similarity between AB. But in general statistics, what we used to do, so correlation coefficient between two variables, R of xy, like that we used to use notation, covariance of xy by square root of variance of x into square root of variance of y. That is called standard deviation. Same formula copy paste here. Instead of xy, I am assuming two customers AB, and we applied that formula to this user rating matrix or utility matrix, and after that we calculated rating between similarity between users, and 0.5 is 85 is more. That's why the rating we have to give for item 5 is 3. So that is the final conclusion. Here, this is the final conclusion, because we have now I think it is very clear, it's very simple also. When compared to probabilistic method, this is no confusion. Probabilistic method means we should know probability, Bayes theorem, conditional probability, total, so many things are there, but this is very simple. Just we have a formula, after that substitute all the requirements, we will get direct answer. So now we have a small quiz. So let us assume this is the utility matrix. You can see this yellow, there is no rating here. Try to see here, this is a small quiz. Now yellow, there is no rating. Now we have to find this rating. Now after using PCC method, I got similarity between user 1, user 2 0.32 and user 1, user 3 0.73. I am not giving you to calculate, I am only calculated. So, and the similarity between user 1, user 4 0.25. Now tell me, so what ratings we have to give here? Just fill these values. So once again I will tell you. So this is the utility matrix. After using PCC method, Pearson correlation coefficient method, the similarity between user 1 and user 2 is 0.32. The similarity between user 1 and user 3 is 0.73. The similarity between user 1 and user 4 is 0.21. Now my question is, so what are the values we have to fill for these gaps? What is the rating we are going to give based on the PCC method? Everything is available, just we have to fill that gaps. Can you guess what are the ratings? So what rating we have to fill here? Everything I solved, just I am giving based on the similarity we have to recommend.
User 3 rating.
Yeah, user 3 rating, because here we are getting 0.73. So that means user 1 and user 2 having more correlation. So that's why this is 5. So because user 3 gave 5 rating to item 1, so 5 we have to fill here. Next, what about this one, sir? This is understood. So this is 1 because user 3 both having similarity, and 4. Now what we have to do? Item 1 you are going to recommend to user 1 100%. Why? Highest rating. So after calculating PCC method, so 5 is the highest rating because our scale is 1 to 5. So 5 is the highest rating. Obviously we are going to recommend item 1 to user 1. Maybe item 4 to user 1 also. Suppose if we fix 5 is the maximum and minimum rate recommending to user 1. Suppose also we are going to recommend to user 1, but item 3 we are not going to recommend at all. What is reason? This rating we are nowhere related to recommendation for user 1. So only possibility for recommendation of item 1 and item 4. If you want to speak strictly, item 1 100% we are going to recommend to user 1, but item 4 depends on the assumption. If we are assuming 4 also fine means we can recommend to user 1. So this is the PCC method. First method by using Bayes theorem. After that we converted into class probability. Try to understand after seminar, just we can check it what is the difference between conditional probability, class conditional probability, because even I got confusion what is the difference conditional, class conditional. Then I got an article in Elsevier journal. There is a very nice difference between class and conditional probability, and it is very useful for your studies, maybe research also you can check it. And in a PCC just we calculated similarity between two users, and based on that we evaluated. It's very simple logic. Finally, we can make a conclusion. Item 1 we can recommend to user 1. Item 4 we can recommend to user 1. This is a conclusion. Item 1, items 1 and 4 are recommending to user 1 or recommending for user 1. So any questions? Published models, one is PCC. Now we have maybe 50 minutes in classifier for understand rest of the methods things. So same thing we are going to apply for next classification model. That is also very important and powerful model for classification for medical data, maybe other data sets. I think this is fine. Now we will go for probabilistic classifier. So Neve Bayes classifier. In name itself indicates Bayes theorem we have to apply. We already discussed Bayes theorem. So now we are going to see how we are going to apply for Bayes theorem, or how we are going to make a Neve Bayes classifier. We will see in-depth intuition of this Neve Bayes classifier. So this already we discussed morning also. In traditional programming, input program will get output, machine learning data input output will get program. This already we discussed morning, so no need to explain once again. Yeah. Bayes classifier, very useful. So what is the use of Bayesian classifier? I will tell you. For example, let us assume we have futures x1, we have a data set of futures x1, x2, x3, and let us assume class y. So let us assume like this, we have a data set, these are the values, some values here, let us assume the class is 1, some value, let us assume disease is positive, negative, disease is positive here, maybe cancer or maybe diabetes or maybe some other data set X fields, or we can call it as a features of the data set, and y is nothing but output class. That is the conclusion. So finally we have to classify whether the person having positive diabetes or negative diabetes, or positive cancer, negative cancer. Now what happens, we have to make a model. For this we have to make a model. After making a model, if I give some new data, one new patient come to the hospital for checking whether that person having cancer or not. So we have to collect all x1, x2, x3 values. What is the meaning of x1? Let us assume fever. What is the degree of fever? 101, like that. What is the BP level? What is the sugar level? Like that. So that medical people knows that what we can call it as a features of that respective diseases. I am assuming BP level, sugar level, maybe heartbeat, all those things we have to collect. After trying, already we have a model. We trained this data set. We have a model ready. Now when you give this input, automatically you will get conclusion whether the disease is positive or negative. This is called classification. So this is binary classification, true or false. True means one. Classify the data by using probabilistic model. And finally, we have to make a conclusion. We have to classify the given training data set. This is the basic idea what we are going to discuss now. I think this is understood clearly. Even if you are non-computer also, you can understand clearly. We have entire data set. We have to train this data set. After that, we have to make a model that is called a Bayesian classifier model. And when you give new data, you will get output as positive or negative. So this we are going to decide. So it's very, very useful for medical field and other fields also. Now, what I explained, this is supervised classification. Why supervised means we are training the data, we are supervising the past data, and based on that we are going to make a model. That's why this is supervised classification. And coming to the intuition, I'll explain intuition because directly I can give Bayes classifier. This is a formula, like that I can go. This is the formula. Now you can apply for data set, but most of them don't know how we got this formula. What is the meaning of this one? That's the main difference between my section and others. So now I will give how we got this Bayesian classifier formula, and based on that how we are going to apply for medical data. Now we will see intuition. So here very, very basic idea is conditional probability. We know conditional probability, P of the basic idea. When you go for conditional probability. Hello, sir. Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm hearing, sir.
Sir, at what time I have to wind up, sir?
Sir, for your
Maybe
convenience, sir.
4:30 plus 4:30 around, because
okay,
50 minutes left 4:30. I'll try to finish 4:30, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now, when you come to the conditional probability, I am giving simple Venn diagram so that you can remember easily. A, B, these are the two sets. In terms of probability, we can call it as events. Now, probability of A given B, meaning is we have to find the probability of based on the condition B. That means B is entirely occupied. We have to take entire B because there is condition. Now, what we have to do? We are looking for A. A means what values available here? Only intersection. So that's why P of A intersection by P of B. Entire B in which we are looking for only intersection is the numerator, because we are looking for A part from B. That's why P of A given B equal to P of A intersection by P of B. This is the basic idea, but formula. That is the basic idea. Now same thing, the conditional probability B given here. At that time entire A, because A is the condition here, and numerator will get intersection. B intersection A or A intersection B, both are same. This numerator will get this intersection. This is the basic idea of conditional probability. Now I got conditional probability for P of A given B. I got conditional probability for P of B given A. But we know one thing, P of A intersection B is same as B intersection A. A union B is same as B union A as per set theory notation, or you can take any one counter example also, you will get both values are same. That's why P of A intersection B equal to P of B intersection A. Now what happens? This value, both are equal. That's why cross multiply, cross multiply, cross multiply. So that we got these two values. Now this can be written as we can shift this value denominator. P of A given B equal to P of A into this value. Just we have to shift denominator so that we got P of A given B. So this is nothing but Bayes theorem. What we completed previously, this is nothing but Bayes theorem. So now this is called Bayes theorem. We already discussed and I gave example also. This is Bayes theorem. Now the question is, we are applying for data set with more features. Let us assume the data set having x1, x2, xn with output class as y. You can see here. Now we have to apply this Bayes theorem for data set with n features or n what we can call it as a n fields, or we can call it as n columns. If we take data set, columns are nothing but fields, and n fields, or we can call it as a features, we have to apply. So let us assume x1, x2, xn are the features and y is nothing but output class. That means what we have to do, based on the features, we have to predict whether the person having cancer or not. That's why denominator is x. X is nothing but future vector, like blood pressure, BP level, headache, all these are the features. Based on that, we have to predict the output class, whether the person having cancer or not. That's why numerator is y, denominator is nothing but features. I think you understood why denominator we are taking x. We have to take all the properties or features of the patient. After evaluating features, then we have to decide the person having diabetes or not, whether the person having cancer or not. So that's why denominator is nothing but x, numerator is nothing but output. We are looking for output class, whether the person having cancer or not. That's why numerator is nothing but what probability we are looking. Now replace x by x1, x2, xn. Why we have to replace x value by x1, x2, xn? These are the features of patient. So x is nothing but x1, x2, xn. Capital X is nothing but future vector, technically speaking, and x1, x2 are nothing but features of patient. That means if you are talking about medical data. Now, so this Bayes theorem we have to apply here. So in place of A what we have A, in place of B what we have x1, x2, xn. Now same, P of A is nothing but P of Y, P of B given A. B is nothing but x1, x2, xn. So x1, x2, xn. Denominator P of B. What is P of B? P of x1, x2, xn. So because of independency, because we are taking the features are independent, that is the assumption under Bayes theorem. That's why we have to take P of x1, P of x2, P of xn. So that is the denominator. So you can see how interesting the Bayes theorem, how we are applying for data set in data science. So now this can be written as product of these feature values. Now this is product of P of y into product of xi. I varies from 1 to n. Now this is the final P of y given x. But what happens whenever if you are evaluating for y value, it may be positive diagnosis, I mean positive cancer or negative cancer, denominator is common. All the features are same only, x1, x2. That's why denominator you can remove, constant. So that's why no need to consider. If we consider also, no issue. Just we have to minimize the computation. We are neglecting denominator. Why means denominator is common for positive, negative. For example, 2 by 3 or 2 by 4, 4 by 5. So, 4 by 4. So, denominator is common, 2 by 4, 4 by 4. In this case, 4 by 4 only more than 2 by 4. Instead of that, we can neglect denominator because 4 is common in both ways. That's why, so 2, 4 only we can keep. Obviously, 4 is more than 2, even if you remove denominator also. So, that means we can minimize the computation when you go for programming because of that reason only. If you keep also, you are not going to lose anything. You will get same output. Whether diagnosis is positive, when you will get remove same thing, what we are going to take, same thing if we keep also denominator. So, but because of computation purpose, we are removing this denominator because this is constant for any class. It may be positive class or negative class. Now this can be written as probability of y given x equal to this one. So finally we got P of y given x equal to P of y into product of these features for diagnosis or maybe classification. Now coming to the final classifier. So just whatever we have copy paste, we are looking for argmax of this one. This we derived just now. You can see here. We derived just now here. And this we can write it as y equal to argmax of. Again you will get question, what is this arg, what is this max, what is argmax, all those things. So this is the basic mathematics. So let us assume if we take x value, if we take y value, try to understand this concept. So 0, 1, let us assume 2, otherwise I will write here clearly. So x value I am assuming, y value I am assuming 0, 1, 2, and values of y is 5, 7, 3. If someone will ask what is the maximum value of y, that means 7 is the maximum. and what is the minimum value means 3. This is understood. What is the maximum, what is the minimum, understood. Maximum is 7, minimum is 3. If someone will ask what is org minimum, org minimum means the maximum minimum value corresponding to that x value is cut in the byte org minimum. This is called org minimum. The point where we are getting minimum value is nothing but org minimum. If someone will ask what is the org max, the point where we are getting maximum value. So 1 is the org max. Try to understand. 7 is max, org max is 1. 3 is minimum, org minimum is nothing but 2. So that is the concept of org max, org min. Now why we have to write that also I'll tell you. I think this is clear. 7 is the maximum value and 1 is the org min maximum value. 3 is the minimum value, org min is nothing but 2. When coming to org max, so y is nothing but class. It may be so positive, that means positive Cancer, or it may be negative Cancer, but we don't know. Y value we have to find. Then how we are going to calculate for that? So org max, copy paste here. So here these probabilities we have to find 0.4, let us assume 0.4. I'll write clearly. So this y value can be either true or false, whether diagnosis is positive or negative. But here what we will get, actually this org max will get as it is, copy paste. These probabilities we evaluate. So 0.4 comma 0.6. While evaluating two classes, what we are looking, we have to evaluate two classes, positive as well as negative, true or false. Now out of this, which is maximum 0.6, this 0.6 for what class we are getting? So false. Y is nothing but true comma false. So out of, for true probability is 0.4, for false probability is 0.6. Maximum is 0.6, but what we are looking, org max, for what class we are getting maximum value? False class. So output is nothing but F. So that means the person having negative Cancer. So that is the meaning. So try to understand. You can see what is the beauty of Bayesian classifier with the help of Bayes theorem, and what is org max, and finally how we are. So we have to find the probabilities based on the previous this model, and out of this maximum probability we have to look this maximum probability corresponding to which class, whether true or false. But we are getting false class is the maximum. So therefore the person having negative Cancer. That is the conclusion. Now this is the Bayesian classifier. So I explained what is the conditional probability and how to derive Bayes theorem. Based on that, how we are going to apply for data set, and finally what is the Bayesian classifier. So if you refer any materials textbook, this formula is given directly, but we don't know what is exactly background. So this is the background, exactly how we are applying for data set, and how to derive, finally how we got. Denominator is missing. Why denominator is missing? That is constant, no need to keep. If we keep also, no issue, we will get same class. There is no difference in the final conclusion. Now we will see one simple example how we are going to apply for the data set. So this is the simple. So we have a Bayes classifier. If we give new data, we have to classify whether the person having a COVID-19 positive or negative, like that. Now I'm showing one simple example. So let us assume I am taking COVID-19 data set. This is the synthetic data set. So I am assuming 9 patients. I created this data set because not available in the online. So PHR means patient health record or personal health record. So whenever if you take personal health record, what the doctors use it to keep your all the features like chest pain, dry cough, whether you have vomiting, fever, all those things they used to write. You can check it whenever if you visit doctor, they used to write, they used to ask first whether you have fever or not, whether you are having cough or not, whether you have headache or not, whether you have motions, like that they will ask all the questions. All those things they will write in one slip and they will keep in your record. Many after going 1 month also you can see that. So last month this is your record. Now you can see any modification or any updation. That's why we can call it as a PHR. And all the features of the patient and corresponding class. So this is already available data, negative, like that. Now what we have to do, COVID positive, negative, like that we already decided. Now whenever if I give new data, one new patient came, let us assume ID is 10. I have 9 patients data. So you can see BCD, B means Bangalore, CD means COVID disease, 01 means patient number, like that I am assuming. Now we have 9 patients. When 10th patient coming like this, his features are like this. When doctor asked that patient, he told I have chest pain, I have dry cough, I have loss of speech little bit, and I have fever, I have shortness of breath. All the features the patient explained to doctor. Then immediately he will enter these values in the program, I mean in the app, maybe whatever it may be. Immediately will get output as a positive or negative. Now how we will get? For that we have to calculate these probabilities. Now what we were done previously, we have to calculate probability of positive for all the features. That is the thing what we discussed here. You can see here. So we have to calculate probability for all the features with the class is Y. The class is either positive or negative. That is the meaning here. Now we have to find probability of positive with all the features of new patient. So now we have to find this probability of positive. This is the Bayes theorem what we discussed just now. And after calculating these values, so 0.16. And similarly, one more class negative with all the features, the probability is 0.0. So 0.16 for positive class and 0 is for negative. Now y equal to, the Bayesian classifier is nothing but just now we discussed, y equal to argmax of that probabilities. So here also you can see y equal to argmax of 0.16 comma 0. So this is one probability for positive class, this is one probability for negative class, and y equal to argmax of 0.16 comma 0. Now out of this, which is the maximum probability? 0.16. This maximum probability corresponding to which class? Positive. So that's why what is the y value? Positive. That is the meaning of argmax. First we have to find max 0.16. This 0.16 corresponding to which class? Positive class. So that's why output is positive. That means finally what is the conclusion? This person having COVID-19 positive based on the features of chest pain, dry cough, loss of speech, shortness of breath, we decided positive. So this is the Bayesian classifier. By using that, how we are going to apply for the data set? Just I took this data set because recent pandemic we are struggling. That's why I took this synthetic data set and I applied this Bayesian classifier. Finally, we classified the given person having COVID positive. So this is the derivation and with example. Of course, we have confusion matrix for evaluation, and same logic we can apply for if you receive any mail, whether the mail is spam or ham, we can detect based on this classifier what we discussed. And I'm going fastly because anyhow almost completed. And we can go for spam detection. We have data sets like if you go for repository Kaggle or maybe GitHub, so there you can find this type of data sets. By using that, we can identify whether the mail is spam or ham. Ham is not spam. And this is one of my research paper published in Elsevier. So there I focused on COVID-19 pandemic data sets. So you can see here, you can see I'm first author for this. So this published in September last year. So just I given what are the data sets and research directions, challenges and opportunities of COVID-19 by using machine learning and image processing techniques. So my research area is image processing as well as machine learning. So just I developed a simple paper. This is 4 pages paper, but I accepted within 1 week because we are at that time full demand for this COVID-19 papers. Now why I am showing this one means here you can see in my paper I showed one table. What are the risk factors? What is the description? So still I am not able to find the data set for that. Suppose if anyone find data set for risk factor, what are the risk factors? I am assuming maybe smoking and temperature, maybe diabetes and fever, cough, all those things. Like patient health record, if you find anywhere data set, you can apply any one of the classifier and you can go for publication. But here I provided description of the data set, but I don't have any values because I'm not getting still data values of this type of risk factors, COVID-19 risk factor data. Maybe surely future you can find in online. So far not available, but maybe within short term you can find. So at that time you can apply, I mean you can make a model and you can submit any research good journal. So that easy for acceptance. Here you can see clearly what are the risk factors and description, but if you find the values, you can apply Bayesian classifier or any new classifier you can enhance and you can get good results, means you can submit for any good journal. So any questions? So because of time factor, I completed little bit fast this one, but I explained Bayes classifier. So by using Bayes theorem in detail and how we have to derive and what is the difference between max and argmax, all those things. So if you are weak in probability, you have to go through Bayes theorem, all those things. Otherwise difficult to understand and difficult to write any research paper or any new topic for making model also. If you have any further queries regarding this, we completed 2 things. One is recommended system, in which how to apply probabilistic model with the help of class conditional probability, and one is Pearson coefficient, correlation coefficient we applied, similarity between 2 users, and Bayesian classifier for supervised classification technique for classification with case study as COVID-19. If you have any queries, you can ask me.
Feel free discuss with the participants.
Any queries from audience side? So we have to go through these concepts, otherwise just based on this session difficult to complete research. We have to go in depth of literature survey, and based on that you can make your own models.
End of session 4.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry, sir. Before PCC model, you
Yes, sir.
went for and told about properties 1. How come it went, sir?
Which one, sir?
Before the PCC model, Pearson
Yes, sir.
coefficient.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So the probability is 1. All the probability
Yes.
of
Okay, understood. Here, I'll show. I'll come to that one.
yes, sir.
Yeah, you are talking about this one, sir?
P of item 4 number.
Yeah. This one only, no? Okay, if all
Before
probabilities are one, you are
Yeah.
telling one like that.
Yeah, how come this value become 1?
No, if all values are one, then which rating we have to give? Correct, na, sir?
Yes, sir.
But is it possible so all probabilities one here?
It's 0.
Suppose if we get one all or one means then that is a full that is a open research problem only, because we can choose either 1 or 2 or 3, but it is impossible to get all probabilities one, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes, okay.
Maybe 2 probabilities may be equal, but one is impossible.
Okay, sir.
So whenever maybe 2 probabilities equal, maybe we can choose randomly, but so far I did not face that situation, but if we'll get, maybe we have to take randomly.
Okay, sir. Yeah. I'll just go through.
Yeah. But we have to do, sir. Your question is valid, but one is impossible, but equal possibility is there.
Okay, sir.
In that case, one more thing, sir. Suppose if we get item 4 rating 1, let us assume 0.4. Here item 5 rating 5 is 0.4. Then try to go for item 5 equal to 5 rating, because we can recommend item now.
Yes, sir.
Because we are looking for business expansion only. Try to recommend why we have to go for item rating 1 instead of 5. So we'll go for 5 only. Even though equal probabilities, we'll go for 5 rating. Maybe that we can make it as a constant in the program. The item, whenever probabilities are equal, then maximum rating we have to assign like that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Can you wind up, sir?
Sir?
Can we wind up, sir? Any queries? Welcome.
Questions, right now, thanks formally. No more questions. Dear participant, any questions, any query depends upon today's sessions, morning session and evening sessions.
Maybe they started already preparation, sir.
Okay, so thank you, sir. Thank you very much accepting my invitation immediately. Dr. J. Somasar sir from Global College of Engineering from Bangalore. So also alumni of National Institute of Technology, Surakkal, Karnataka. Sir is very enriched of knowledge and explain us the based on the highlight of enrich of knowledge from statistical and clipping of data science and artificial and real time of applications. Once again, thanks to on behalf of organization secretary.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
This session.
Yeah, I have to say thanks to you for giving opportunity to share my knowledge to the participants, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request today the formal vote of thanks, Dr. R. Jagir Hussain, jointly organizing secretary, Jamal Muhammad College, Tiruchirappalli. Now I welcome you, sir. The proceeding for your vote of thanks. Sir, is
Good evening, everybody. Is it audible?
yes, sir. Audible, sir.
It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the today's program organized by the Department of Statistics, Bharatiyar University, and Jamal Muhammad College, Tiruchirappalli. At the outset, I would like to express my profound gratitude to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Bharatiyar University, our respected chief guest
Raghavendra.
for sparing their valuable time to address the gathering and for highlighting the issues that we need to deliberate on during the lecture. We convey our sincere thanks to our Honorable Secretary and Correspondent, Principal of Jamal Muhammad College, and HOD, Organizing Secretary, and all faculty members, Department of Statistics, Bardiyar University, for their gracious presence and support for conducting this program. I thank all the resource persons for the presence today. Lastly, I thank all the participants and the members of the staff and all my students who have involved in this particular exercise. Without their cooperation and full support, this program would not have been possible. Thank you all once again. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Today for the Dr. Syed Ajad Ahmed, Dean, Brock University, Canada. He is grossly agreed to deliver the facility address on today. Sir is joined morning due to administrative reasons. The heavy work for our Vice Chancellor is Raj Bhavan meetings and governor meetings, and also my HOD is very tight of schedule in the situation. Sir is the Dr. Syed Ajad Ahmed joined morning 10 o'clock, then they left due to 12 o'clock. At the time, Indian time is 10 o'clock morning. That is the at the Canada time is midnight of 1 o'clock. So yesterday is the discuss with everyone. So sir is the immediately I accept I happy to the express my thanks to sir. I send them my request within 1 hour. Is accepted my invitations within 1 hour. Then yesterday, sir is I discussed with midnight of morning 12 o'clock. Sir is the sending the presentation details for 155 slides. Any is he told any inside of my URL side, you will proceed. Then I will continue my talk. So I special thanks to Dr. Syed Ajad Ahmed sir from Canada. And once again, thank you all authority of University, Bardiyar University, Honor of Vice Chancellor, Department of Statistics, Professor and Head, all faculties, and also thanks to once again Dr. S. Ismail Magadin, Principal, Jamal Muhammad College, and Dr. R. Jagir Hussain, Joint Organization, Associate Professor, Department of Mathematics, Jamal Muhammad College, and authority of Jamal Muhammad College. And so simultaneously is associated with Dr. Prasanna, faculty, Department of Statistics, Mathematics, Jamal Muhammad. Once again, thanks to all. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, is there line?